Hey Pokemon fans, I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are. We're at the tail end actually of a match I recorded earlier today. That's just kind of how the editing worked out. This was a match against a Night March deck. I think my opponent forfeits it right away, and then we hop into another match. But in case you're brand new to my channel, I've been opening up one Pokemon booster pack every single day. In addition to that, I've also been uploading daily gameplay matches as well for the past 2 weeks. In this video, I'm just kind of ramble on. I think I end up winning this match. This is just a series. Just a handful of matches I've recorded throughout the days. This is the one I just kind of picked for the viewing purposes, and I just kind of want to talk about just some of my goals and stuff for the upcoming year. So let's see. Let's first talk Pokemon goals. I'm gonna talk a little bit about like my personal life and stuff too, and just kind of about my goals and stuff with this channel. I've been really happy. I don't know what it is, but the past couple weeks we've seen a bit of a subscriber boost, about 20 to 30 subscribers, which is really awesome. We're nearing 200, and I really want to kick it in a high gear when 2019 rolls around. So right now I'm already starting to test, or at least kind of try to experiment what I want to do with live streaming. I think I'm just gonna try to start doing live streaming just as often as I can, even if I'm just playing the online trading card game. I think I'm gonna try to start doing that maybe every day, maybe every other day. The biggest thing is for me, I really want it to look good. So I know a lot of people, they just live stream from their phone or do other things, but I'm sure if you watch even just a couple of my videos, I really strive to make the audio and if there's video, I really try to make it look as clear as possible, and just something that I'm really proud of. There's really only a handful of the booster pack openings that I've done where I'm like, that one wasn't that good. But I really try to put my best foot forward at making the video look good, and just look like a really good video. So that's kind of one things I do. If I do, excuse my terminology, but if I do start doing live streams, I don't want to like half-ass it or anything. I want to make, but I do want to make it like a fun, laid back kind of sort of thing, just as a way for maybe if I do want to try to chip off at that benchmark. That benchmark for YouTube, where you have to have like 4,000 hours of watch time, that live streaming can really help with that. So that might be one thing that I might be working towards. Just talking about the little match as the match is going on. This was an interesting matchup. As this match was going on, I was kind of distracted. So this is just kind of one of those matches. There's plays I'm even kind of recalling now that I might have done a little bit differently, but I've been really liking this deck so far. I've loved the addition of Slugma. I have removed Steven, so there's been a couple tweaks here and there. I've also put in 1 or 2 enhanced hammers. But kind of now that we're going back to Pokemon goals, so my goal for the 2018-2019 season, first off, I want to try to make it out to 2 to 3 regional events. It's kind of TBA at the moment if I'm going to be able to make it to the one that's actually close in my area. But for sure, I am going to the Pokemon regionals that's happening in Anaheim. I think that is December 15th for sure. I have bought my plane ticket and I'm excited for that. In the events of all of that, my goal is to qualify for wherever it is to qualify for the 2019 Pokemon World Championships. That's kind of that's a big goal. But then really, when September finally hits, and the rotation and everything is in full swing, then I just want to make sure I'm going to Pokemon leagues and Pokemon events just as often as I can, whether to practice my deck, even if it isn't for like sanctioned event, and just kind of playing against people at my local comic book stores and shops, just because I want to get as much practice at the Pokemon trading card game, both online and in person, and try to just, I don't really care about trying to get first place or anything like that. Just to get enough points to say I qualify for the World Championship would be pretty awesome. In addition to that too, keep growing out this YouTube channel. I'm really happy with it. As far as revenue goes, for like I said, I haven't made off the YouTube channel itself. I haven't made a dime off it. I don't care about that. This channel is literally just, for all intents and purposes, a hobby, unless it can ever turn into anything more than that. But have I made a little profit off of the trading card game? I have, actually. A lot of the cards I've opened, I've actually started to slowly figure out how to turn around a profit with them on eBay, and I've been really happy with that. Once I get a couple other things, I'm just about to get my work schedule and things just kind of really solidify for the upcoming year. I haven't talked about this much. What do I do outside this? If you're listening to any of the tracks right now or the music in all the videos, it's actually things I've made. I am actually a musician. And one of my goals is actually to make more background music. When I first started doing YouTube and stuff, you know, there don't get me wrong, there are some quality like background tracks and stuff, but a lot of them I just wasn't really a huge fan of, or they weren't exactly the groove I wanted for my videos. So I started to kind of just take advantage of the skill assets I have and try to implement them into making these videos, which is why I really aim for the sound quality, regardless from the videos. If there's one thing I try to make really good, I try to make the audio quality as clear, as crystal clear as possible. I don't even have like a actual like Blue Yeti microphone or anything. I actually use a guitar microphone for just about all the vocal stuff, with some exceptions here and there. I've actually, one of the videos I want to do a breakdown of how I do the booster pack openings personally. That'd actually be a really fun one to do. Like I said, this video is just kind of be all over the place, talking about other goals and things. What else is there? I mentioned work. With music, you can probably kind of guess a little bit of it. I actually am, we'll say, a teacher, and I'm just trying to kind of get a couple things squared away. If you are familiar at all with the academic calendar in the United States, my work schedule kind of falls in place with the school system. So, which is why I said like my work schedule and stuff is going to kind of be really setting into place in the near future. Not really that hard to figure out if you put those two dots together. So, like I said, I don't know how personal. I actually won't like. Actually, you know, it's okay to share those kind of things. I know other Pokemon YouTubers talk about like their work and stuff, and like I said, I really do want to share like those kind of things. And eventually, I want to do vlogs. I would love to get in the habit of doing like not daily vlogs. God, I would hate it. I would hate being a daily vlogger. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that thought. But no, I really do. I have footage from other events and stuff I've done this summer. And the last vlog I made actually on this channel, I will make vlogs for the regional events I go to. Every single one of those. I could probably even do 2 parts or something. But I've thought about, I would love to do Pokemon Go vlogs. If I could somehow just do those, like get in the habit of doing those on Friday. Like I said, I have so many ideas, and it's just a matter of finding both like the time, the resource, time, money, and resources, and the motivation, honestly, to be able to try to pull a lot of things off. It's just a lot of fun, though. I've had a lot of fun with this YouTube channel. Well, let me see. Where was I going? Just kind of jumping back into the match. Like I said, these videos are always kind of all over the place. And this is kind of what I imagine what my live streams would be like. I kind of underestimated. I really was going for a knockout, and I don't even remember if I had used Macargo, but I'm pretty sure there was a way there. I could have probably gone for a knockout on that Novrine. Novrine GX. I don't know if that's the correct way how you pronounce that one, but I was hoping I would get lucky without getting the crushing hammers, but then those get discarded. He does a decent amount of damage, and that GX Pokemon, that Dragon Dude, we are seeing him pop up a lot right now in the meta. The meta has that'll be the next thing I was going to talk about. The meta, oh boy, it has shaken up the past, like, I would say the past 48 hours. There are new decks out there. I'm seeing new strategies being implemented. If Pokemon really wanted to shake up the strategy, they did a pretty good job, actually, I have to say. This time around, the 4 cards they decided to ban, they did a pretty good job, and I'm enjoying what I'm seeing and what I've been playing against. But let's go ahead. What did I do next? I don't even remember. But no, there's that. There's basically getting my work figured out, practicing both Pokemon and music stuff, and just trying to find a balance between all of that and life. And hopefully I'm gonna try to start doing just some private. I'll start doing some live streams just to see. One, if I start doing live streams, I have to see if my internet can honestly handle it. That's actually a huge thing right now from where I'm at. I don't know if I could even pull off a live stream, and if it was bad enough, if I need to get like an extra router or something to be able to make that happen. Yeah, knock out that guard border. Wasn't a bad choice. I could have gone for Tapu Lele as well, but I guess I kind of see my line of logic. He'd have to attach a float stone for him to retreat. Like I said, I was doing other things while I was doing this match. I try not to do that as often as possible, but it does happen from time to time. Yeah. But let's go ahead and see what happens next. I don't remember. So just kind of thinking about other ideas I have. So in 2019, some things I'm starting to start doing now. I'd love to start doing like elite trainer boxes or things like every Friday or something, or just bigger ones. But honestly, the reason why I stick to just kind of like the one booster pack or the small things is really the cost. I'm really happy with the results I've been getting with just doing one booster pack. I can't even remember the last time that I did an elite trainer box. I think that must have been at least 2-3 months ago. When I know more than that, that must have been like May or something. I should get one of those soon. But what I want to start trying to do, if I do bigger things for 2019, I want to start trying to budget that out now and start buying some things before now and the end of the year. Because I know it's a little preemptive of me to start talking about the end of the year. The fall and stuff is right around the corner already. So I'm trying to think about how I could do just kind of like bigger things in the year 2019. And what I've thought about doing is maybe some days a week combining both the booster pack opening and the gameplay into like a morning live stream kind of thing. I've started thinking about whenever I'm just playing online, I really should just turn the live stream on, figure out how to do that, and that could actually probably help me chip away at the 4,000 hour marker if I really do want to try to go for monetization or anything like that. Like I said, there's really nothing wrong with trying to set your goals high, but for all intents and purposes, I will always say that this is just a hobby. But I think it's safe to say I pushed that threshold. I went past that threshold a while ago, saying that the trading card game is just a hobby. If I like bought a plane ticket to go compete in a competition at another state, but a lot of people do that, so it's not as crazy as it sounds. My opponent had my cursor over that Orangaroo for a little while. When do I finally move that cursor? Apparently, I just really wanted to look at that beautiful monkey right there, that Orangaroo for a while. Like I said, I can't remember. I think I only have one enhanced hammer in this list right now. Once I feel really comfortable with the list, I'm gonna compile a deck list. I'll do something like that, but I got a couple buddies I want to run this by, see what they think about it first, and then, I trust my deck list, making my skills and stuff, but you just learn more from other people looking at it. I have abilities are locked into place, so do I not use Macargo? No, and I don't need to use Macargo right now, because I can knock out that Novarine GX with one hit. I'm just seeing how much time left I have in this video. Whenever I record over these, I actually use, for a lot of the audio things, I don't use as much video editing software. If I use video editing software, I literally sometimes just trim the parts together in QuickTime. The majority of the audio editing, I use a Logic Pro X. I don't know how many other people actually use that as the main source of for their video making, but like I said, audio is super, super important to me when I'm making these videos. He evolves that other one. Like I said, this wasn't the most exciting match ever, but this was a good match for me just to kind of ramble on about thoughts and other things. That Travelanche is pretty good. It's interesting, especially when I try to find interesting matches. Sometimes I find really exciting matches right away, and then just today was one of those days where I just did not find a lot of exciting matches, whether I got knocked out quickly or I knocked down my opponent quickly. I won a couple event matches earlier, so that was kind of exciting. Let's see what happens next. Eventually he knocks out I think the Zork on my bench with that Travelanche, but I can't remember. Let's see. What happens next? Guzma's out. Yep, he goes for the Guzma, and he goes for the Macargo. That was actually a pretty solid bet. I don't remember when he knocks out. Like I said, there were multiple mistakes I made in this match. A good thing to always do if Skyfield gets knocked out. I actually do not mind Skyfield getting knocked out. It gives me a chance to discard certain guys from my bench that I don't want out there. So Zork has a bunch of HP knocked on him right now, so good time to discard him. And I think I also discard another Zork or Mew. If I were looking at this right now, I would discard Zork, the one with 50, but I think I ended up discarding Mew. I probably would have gone for the Zork. Honestly, actually, it would have made not too much of a difference in that situation. Zork and Mew are both pretty easy targets to hit, with Zork having 80 HP left. 80 hit points on him. 80 hit points on him. Mew has really low HP to begin with. Its ability is what makes it a shining star. Let's see, Travalanche, and he finally knocks out this Macargo. This is kind of something with the some other thoughts with the new meta right now. I think it's becoming a lot more important. Anytime the meta switches, it's a matter of people learning how to play in the new meta. So like when Buzzwole came out a couple months ago, people just didn't know how to operate against him as efficiently, but people caught on pretty quickly. You just got to kind of have a psychic guy in your deck just to be able to counteract him easily. Even that Travalanche on my opponent's bench is a pretty good one. Any of the Mewtwo from Black and White, just the Mewtwo from Evolutions is a really good counter. But one of the new things I'm already thinking about is you really need a way, you need to be rocking at least 2 Guzmas in your deck to switch people out, because you really want to go for your opponent's benched resources. There's actually a lot of things out there right now, like the Macargos and stuff, that I think people will start learning to attack people more on their bench. There's the Blastoise, I think, from Plasma Freeze. I've seen a lot of water decks start making some headway. Scizor GX, I wish I would have been recording one of those matches earlier today, but Scizor GX is making some headway right now, also in the meta. It'll be really interesting to see where the next month takes us. And then I also got to be working on my standard format deck. That's a little less important on my list, as both the events that I might go to for regionals are going to be expanded events, but I still do want to have one so I can play in local league cups and stuff as well. What would I go for? I don't even remember what I go for. Why would I go for Shaman? I guess just have something else on my bench. Like I said, I try to not ever set up my Exeggcutes on my bench if I don't have to, or just limit it to one. My next step with this deck is to really, once I feel pretty confident about something, but we got a couple expansions. We got, at least before my next regional, we have the Dragon-like set that's going to hit in a couple weeks as well. I think that's going to kind of serve as a subset. But yeah, this is getting towards the end of the match. I'm 1 prize card away, so I'll start doing my wrap-up as well. So these videos, I think at some point, hopefully in the near future, once I test out live streaming and stuff, I hope to do these live. I think that'd be a really cool way to maybe just do some live stream matches in the evening, and then eventually maybe do some of the booster packs in the morning live as well. But it's been a pretty good week. I'm really happy with where my channel is at, and I just want to keep growing it out and reaching out to other Pokemon creators as well. There's so many. There's that honestly, actually, if there's one closing note that I can end on, it's that the Pokemon community on YouTube, the Pokemon TCG community specifically, I think I would say about the Pokemon community in general, but the ones that open booster packs, that talk about the trading card game and stuff, I've been on YouTube long enough to see a lot of toxic communities, a lot of great communities. Everyone is so nice in the Pokemon community that I honestly can't get over. You always come across some of your sour apples and different types of people, but honestly, I haven't had like a single bad experience yet on the Pokemon trading card game online. So yeah, it's a good group of people, and I think that's a really, really good closing note to end out on. I get the kill there for 180 HP. Like I said, not the most exciting match ever, but this gave me a chance to ramble on about a bunch of other thoughts and things. Fellow trainers, I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and I will see you tomorrow as always.